Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. I've been out buying treasure this Saturday morning. The forecast was bad, but the buying was very good indeed. So get yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, sit down, relax and join me as I go through what I've picked up. Everything in this British Army bag, Second World War era, including the bag, came to £25. What an absolute bargain. So I'll get this off the bench and I'll go through it with you. It weighs a ton. But first this week, I've picked up 2 penknives off 2 friends. This first one is off my good friend Ian. Both of them are pruners. This one has a bit of surface rust. Sheffield. It's a nice folding pruning knife, isn't it? And the second one from a good friend Brian. It's a nice serpentine shaped garden pruner. This is from a Manchester retailer, but probably still a Sheffield made knife with a lovely brass back, staghorn handles, quite an exquisite knife. So thank you very much for that, Brian. It's ready to be the star buy of the video before we've even got to what I got from the boot sale. So set that there. Shall we give this little pruner a clean that we got from Ian? I think so. And there we have it. That's looking a bit more respectable. It's a John Petty & Sons, made in Sheffield, England. It's got some staining, but that'll come up with a bit more time. That stops it getting any worse. And I've oiled the joints to protect that back spring. Opens and closes a bit easier now, that's for sure. If I think on, I'll do a bit of research on John Petty. And I'll put that in here now. And then we'll get on to what I've got from the Carboot sale. Right, we'll get on to the contents of the bag in no particular order. First thing is this fabulous Stanley hammer. Made in England, forged head, ever-tight hickory handle. 16 ounce, made in England. This looks like it's never struck a nail before. Bearing in mind, everything in the bag came to £25. The next hammer is one for our friends across the pond, an American leather stacked handle S-wing. These are a lovely, comfortable hammer to use, but whenever I find them, the leather seems to be half shot. But this one might be savable. See if I can take the rivet up to take some of the compression out and give the leather a feed with some neat's foot oil. But definitely a lovely pair of hammers. Next up, I got this fabulous roll. You should know already from the size what is contained within. It's a lovely set of braced rolls. All of these came from the same seller. This one still has its protective wax on the end. They're all Ridgeway marples made in Sheffield, England. And that is a gorgeous set of brace bits. Every single one of them sharp. No damage to the screw. Both the cutters are like a razor. They'll work exceptionally well. I hadn't even opened the roll at the Carboot. It was all wrapped up, and I left it as a bit of a surprise for myself. I just bundled the stuff that looked good together and asked for a price. And when he said 25 quid including the bag, I couldn't really complain. I'd asked how much the bag was separately, and that was going to be a £5. So they were a lovely surprise. Top quality drill bits. Then another for our American viewers, a pair of vice grips. Any long-time viewers will know that I personally prefer the mole grips, but these are okay as well. These are quite early ones, I think. Peterson Manufacturing Company. Before they were bought out by Irwin. Now this is lovely. A nice Rabone & Sons hardwood and brass level. The best part about this one is it's still got some of the original sticker. Rabone's Hockley Abbey. And I like the details here, the little flourishes between the brass and the hardwood. So that's definitely a keeper. Should we give it a quick feed? It looks quite dry. I'm not going to polish this one. I think it looks quite nice as it is. But I will give the wood a quick feed. Leave that to sit for a minute and then I'll buff it off. Bit of old cloth. Now, doesn't that look better? That's returned some of its shine, that's for sure. We'll put that away with the rest of the levels. As always, let me know down below what your star buys are. Is anything jumping out at you yet? For me, so far, it's between the brace bits and this lovely level. But the level drawer, I must admit, is getting quite full. Some nice examples in here. This is an ebony one I cleaned up fairly recently. Torpedo level that's yet to be cleaned up. Look at that sticker, doesn't that look fabulous? And the quality of that one's extraordinary. I'm really surprised there was no maker on that. They'll need a bigger drawer soon. And don't they smell fabulous? Next up, we've got a nice folding steel rule. This is also a J. Rabone & Sons, Birmingham, made in England. This is a number 1638. I don't think this needs any cleaning, just a light oiling. That's better. Keep it protected. Pleased with that. I think that can live in here. That'll do nicely. Next up, I've got this unusual mitre box, maybe. It looks like it's been hand machined by someone. Homemade, some kind of 45-degree engineer's gauge block or something, I'm not sure. Well, that should clean up nice. And it's unusual, I always pick up things I haven't seen before, and that caught my eye. If you know what that is, let me know down below. I look forward to hearing about it. Next up, we've got this lovely, quite large gouge with some of the original sticker. Another Sheffield maker. Nice long gouge. And it's quite sharp as well. I also picked up this watchmaker's screw plate. I always pick these up when I see them. I just like how they look when they're all cleaned up. I'll give that a quick clean. That looks much better after a clean, doesn't it? I don't know if you can make out faintly there, but this is a Model 8 screw plate made by Marples and Sons. Isn't that a nice thing? They remind me a bit of cake slices, cake servers, which tells you a lot about my diet. On to the next item. Next up is a nice V-Steel 8-inch backhoe, 0671, made in Sweden. Now these, even when they're rusty and crusty, they never seem to be seized up, which is a bit of a testament to the quality they're made to. That shouldn't take too much to get clean. Don't forget, everything came to £25. Then I got not one, not two, but 4 pairs of scissors. Baxter Limited, Sheffield. They have a nice feel to them, quite long. These nice chromed ones. Sheffield, England. Bit more modern in comparison, I think. They're really catching the light. These quite tatty ones, but they're still Sheffield made, a bit smaller. And finally, another Sheffield made pair that someone stamped with their initials, I think. An M or an N, I can't quite tell. Shall we see if any of these cut? Success number 1. They cut even better. These are a bit stiff. But they cut as well, but not quite towards the end. And finally, is it 4 for 4? It is 4 for 4. Varying qualities of cut. These chromed ones being the best, but they all have potential. They're all worth cleaning up. Next up, I got this King Dick made in England hook spanner that someone's painted with the colour of their choosing, which is red. Nice quality thing for undoing collets, etc. Pair of calipers. These would have had a sharpened pointing for scribing. Nice little find. Always like finding engineering tools. Then I got this lead beater made of boxwood. Looks a bit dry, but feels solid enough for dressing lead on roofs, etc. That should clean up nice. Nice bit of boxwood. Right, I'm starting to run out of space, so I'll get this cleared and we'll carry on with the rest of the stuff. Next up, I've got 4 trowels of various shapes and sizes. This is a nice little pointing trowel. No maker, but feels robust. Then we've got this quite clean pointing trowel with some of its original sticker remaining. Forged steel, solid tang. Can't make out the rest. That's quite a nice one, quite clean. Then we've got this one. I had some of these recently. This Tyzac. And it cleaned up, the last one I got cleaned up lovely. I didn't give £2 for it. That definitely has potential. I'm looking forward to cleaning that one. And then this one is a bit of a mystery. It's full of cement, so I don't know what maker will be underneath that. That's what I like about trowels, discovering what maker it is. If you've got time, you can let these soak in citric acid, and that takes the bulk of the cement and crud off and makes them much easier to clean, because being spring steel, they are not the easiest to clean up. Then I got a pair of Swedish axes. Both are serviceably sharp as well. This is Holtzbruks, made in Sweden, with some of its original stickers just poking through. The handle's in remarkable condition as well. There's its weight. £1.50. Quite a stout handle. Resin set, so hopefully shouldn't come loose. The Swedish axes always seem to fetch quite good money. They are top quality. So I was pleased to find that one. I was even more pleased to find this one, which is shaving sharp, because this one is another Brooks. This is a Grands Force. The hang needs some addressing, but the head itself hasn't been used or abused. Looks like it's been well maintained and cared for in its life. Handle's quite comfortable. So I'm pleased with both of those axes. Anything jumping out as a star buy for you yet? Let me know down below. It's not a Jack Shed video of late without a Boxwood rule. This is another model number 1390 by Rabone. Boxwood and brass. This definitely needs a feed. Give this a quick clean, I think. So that's the Boxwood rule, nourished and protected. I can go a bit further on the brass at a later date, but at least it's not going to get any worse. So we'll put that away with the rest of them. Finally, we've got an assortment of chisels and a spur chisel handle. This is quite a nice Boxwood one. That I have a chisel in need of a handle, so that will save me making one. Then we've got this nice Marples and Sons with a steel collar and steel ferrule. Quite a heavy duty mortising chisel. These are both Marples socket chisels with a socket head, a leather washer and a nice brass ferrule underneath that gunge. They're a nice heavy duty pair of chisels. But my favourite has got to be these two. These are quite big. Both of them were owned by a J. Jardine at some point in his life. The other one is also stamped the same. The J. Jardine. So he must have been a carpenter or a joiner or something in his day. But aren't they a lovely pair of chisels? I can't see the maker on them either. So I'll go and give these a quick clean and we'll see if the maker becomes apparent. And here we have the chisels cleaned up. Don't they look a damn sight better than they did before? This nice socket chisel is Marples. There's the Shamrock, Marples and Sons. Nice firmer chisel with a steel striking cap. These are another pair of Marples. These are socket chisels, that's not. They're lovely Boxwood handles. Really stout. They're a lovely matched pair. And these are amongst my star buys for today. This is a Ibbotson. Nice early cast steel chisel. And this one is a Flather and Sons cast steel. Both owned by the same chap. J. Jardine. Aren't they a lovely set of chisels? Would you have walked past them on the Carboot had you seen them, or would you have picked them up? That's everything I've picked up today, which is Saturday. Let me know down below what your star buy is. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.